the thing about the executive MBA program or the MBA program in general is you're basically paying for experience. Because I was still relatively young at the time, and I came back to the program, and I mean, it quadrupled my learning by coming through the program. All of the case studies, the professors, the direct contact with the professors, because during the program, these weren't like lecture halls where you're just sitting with hundreds of kids. I mean, you are dealing directly with the professors. I have an interest in statistics, and so I was able to really work closely with the guy who was teaching us the statistics class. And it's just the learning was accelerated, but also valued from my company because they said if you're coming out of Purdue with an MBA, then that means there's a certain level of learning you're going to have and a certain expectation. And Purdue really gave me that extra step up because, like a lot of job openings, will say MBA preferred, but in reality, they really mean preferred. And by having that, it really does give you an advantage, and especially coming from Purdue, who's a ranked program.
You talked about some of your classmates and colleagues. Was there a particular classmate or a class or a professor from that EMBA that really stood out that you use it maybe or talk to on a daily basis?
I think the most impact I had from the whole program is when we went to Tilburg, where our class actually went to the Netherlands, and we were taking a strategy class in the Netherlands as part of one of the cohorts one of the actual in sessions was actually in Europe. And being there was very interesting because I got not only exposure to the culture in the Netherlands, but also to go onto the university. And there's still people who I meet who are from the Netherlands that I can reach back to that experience. That whole program is just amazing. We actually, during that same trip, took a trip to Brussels, and we went to the EU, and we were talking about, and this was back in 2000 and maybe 2004, and we were talking, or maybe 2004 timeframe. We were literally talking about the EU coming together and how Turkey was interested in coming into the EU, and we were talking to the EU. We were at the European Union headquarters in Brussels, Belgium, and that was huge for someone like me who just would not have had that opportunity. And again, I was able to use those experiences, the international experiences, for my even current job because my job is so international. I go to so many different countries and you meet so many different people, and just to have that basis. And I'm covering it at a very top level, but just the in-depth understanding from the international aspect associated with the EMBA was huge for me.
And really, the Krannert experience, both at the undergraduate level and at the executive MBA level, has replicated your work experience because you worked in a diverse group here. You worked in teams. So I would think that both of those really got you prepared for your career.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I definitely wouldn't trade it. But I think when I compared it to the MBA program at Purdue, it was just amazing. I mean, what I learned, I really was applying as we were going on through the classes because I still was working full-time at Honeywell at the time. So I was applying everything I was learning in the classes at work. So we took a leadership class. I was a leader. At that time, I was a quality director. I was taking what I was learning to build my own vision of my organization and where we needed to get to in our organization. So I was using the class to help me out, to be honest. It wasn't just studying for tests.